Dear friends, we want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. And this Shabbat, the first one of the month of Adar, the month of great joy, the month of great Mazal, the miracle of Purim that happened during this month, that we'll experience our own Purim with destruction of our enemies and those who want to hurt Israel and the Jewish people and the safety of the Jewish people. This Parsha we read is Teruma. Teruma talks about the most important project of the Jewish people, which is the central project of the world, is to build the Holy Temple. Even today you see how much attention is given to that small mountain, Mount Moriah, in Jerusalem, upon which the two temples were built, and God willing, very soon when Mashiach will come, the third temple will be built. But initially it was a movable tabernacle. And when the Torah gives us the command about building this temple, Vasili Migdash, make for me a sanctuary and I will dwell in them. So the Torah introduces us to three collections that were made for the temple. And that's the meaning of the word Teruma, to set aside and money and a collection made. What were the three collections? So two of them was an exact amount of a half a shekel that had to be given. One of the collections of the half a shekel were for the structure of the Mishkan, the sockets upon which all the beams rested, and all the half shekels of the Jewish males, 20 to 60, went to form these. The other half a shekel that was collected was for the communal sacrifices that will be brought in the temple for the year, and this is something that continued on every single year, and even today symbolically we do a half a shekel. The third collection was for all the items that were used to put together this beautiful Mishkan, tabernacle, and sanctuary. And this had no limit. Everyone could give according to their generosity. You had to give something, but you can give according to your generosity. And here we see something very fascinating. The fact that the Torah made three different collections, but the fact that two of them are obligatory, exactly how much you have to give, and one is relying on your kindness, on your enthusiasm, on your passion of how much you want to give. And really this is, helps us understand what tzedakah means for Jewish people. That on one hand, charity, which most people think about as charitable, this is something that we just have to be kind and generous and be good. But the truth is, there are two aspects of charity. One is, it's an obligation. It's not just an obligation you have to be nice, it's an obligation of a duty, and what we call tzedakah, the word itself means righteousness. This is what a person has to do. Not to have to do to be nice. This is your responsibility. That you earn, you have to give something to charity. And there are set amounts. The Torah tells us 10% is what you have to give. It's not because you're a nice person, because you have a good heart, because that's the duty of a Jew. And God blesses you, and everything we have is from God's blessing. You have to give 10%. But that's not enough. At the same time, charity should have an element of your feeling, of caring, of love, of wanting to help, wanting to do even more, perhaps. And that's why actually the minimum you're supposed to give is 10%, but the ideal is 20%. But the Torah doesn't demand and obligate to give 20%. It's based on yourself. And it's not only giving 20%, even if you give your 10%, if you do it with a smile, you do it with enthusiasm, you help people before they even have to beg and ask you. You keep your eyes open, you notice a problem, you step up and you help. This is even a more important part of the idea of charity, of unity of people, realizing that we're all here to help heal God's world and to help each other. And that's why the Mishkan had to have both elements. The Mishkan represented the Jewish life. And in Jewish life, we're obligated to do things. But we also have to do it with enthusiasm, with excitement, and even add a bit on our own to what we are obligated to do. So may God bless you to be successful in both of those things, and to be able to share and help others, because when you do that, v'yikhuli, God says that's how you take me. That's how you bring God in your life. That's how you make the sanctuary in your life. And may we all be blessed that our home, our lives, our bodies should be sanctuaries to God. And very soon we'll merit the sanctuary, the third temple, with the coming of Mashiach quickly in our days. So may God bless you. We love you all. Shabbat Shalom. Candlelighting time in Montreal, 5:11 p.m.